Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Remember, it's not just rock and roll, it's Holy Joe rock and roll. Let's get this show started now. Hello, my friends on YouTube. It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll, and this is my review of the 2015 Mad Max refresh of the franchise. First off, I gotta say somebody is infringing on Dune's scenery, the 1984 movie Dune, the scenery, and even some of the characteristics of some of the characters. If you've seen Dune, you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to avoid any spoiler alerts, but from the get-go, let me just say this. It looked like a weird movie, strange, from the trailers and also from some of the movie posters, and it was even worse than I thought. Honestly, some people said that this was really an exciting movie, non-stop thriller. It was really hard for me to suspend my disbelief. I mean, the way the movie starts, how they no spoiler alerts, but they capture Mad Max and they use him for a particular purpose, which from a scientific and medical perspective makes no sense at all. And actually, it's very dangerous to put someone's blood directly into your system. All right, let's just put it to you that way. Even if you are O positive, the universal donor. All right, so it was really hard for me to suspend my disbelief. It was just so stupid and weird, right? I mean, okay, but once you can get over that, let's say the beginning of the movie, the arc, and it gets into the thriller part and the chase scenes and all that stuff, it is possible, I think, to just suspend your disbelief at that point, and then it becomes a strange, almost buddy flick between Mad Max, a one-armed dyke, and some war boy who kind of changes sides in midstream. Okay, maybe he realizes that he was fighting for the wrong people, something like that. I'll keep it like that. There's three sort of main characters there. Mad Max, of course, the one-armed lesbian-looking woman. I'm not saying she was a lesbian, or she had that look, butch look, and this war boy, I guess they called him. He was some, let's call it a white supremacist version of Al Qaeda, right? A guy willing to sacrifice his life for some weird religion. And by the way, the guy there's a character in there, you see him with the stupid ass mask that looks like, teeth. He sort of is like a god character, created himself to be like a god because he controls a lot of the resources, natural resources that the people need. And in fact, most of the people are either slaves or they're completely like Stone Age impoverished, dependent upon this god. And so the story transitions into, you realize once it gets going that this driver, who is the one-armed lesbian-looking woman, has taken the wives of the god. And the whole movie is about him trying to get the wives back. Okay? And that's what all the fight scenes are about. And that's the movie. All right? And of course, as I said, it sort of evolves into a very antagonistic movie, into a buddy flick, and then, this battle over protecting the wives to get them away from this bad guy. I don't want to give you the ending. It kind of, the story changes when they realize that the original plan's not going to work, so they have a new plan, and that, I won't say anything else, okay? They have a new plan, all right? Okay, let's talk about the franchise. Obviously the first Mad Max was really rugged and dusty and dingy, and it really worked, okay? With Mel Gibson, it really worked. The second one was basically a theatrical opera. We don't need another hero. Thank you very much, thank you. I'd like to thank God and my family for their support. All right, it became, this theatrical thing. This one here is just, like I said, it's like they ripped off the Dune set, they ripped off Dune's filters, they ripped off some of the Dune characters, it seems. Not really, but more or less. If you've seen Dune and you see this, you'll see the similarities. But it's a totally different story. I wish the story had more depth to it. I wish the story was stronger. I don't know. There's something missing. It just wasn't. It's not a movie that I would say I would watch maybe more than twice. Maybe I'll watch it again to try to focus in on some of the nuances, but definitely it's not a movie that I'll buy. It's not a movie that it's whatever. So I'm giving it a 1 thumb up, lukewarm 1 thumb up. And just to kind of give you an idea, okay, you know what, if you've been watching this channel and you've been watching my videos on movie reviews, you know that my wife is not a big fan of sci-fi, and she refused to watch this movie, preferring to watch Monk Season 3, which I bought. And probably it was a good choice for her, because she would have been disappointed. Just so stupid. You know, some of these sci-fi ideas that they come up with, trying to be clever, you know, let me just say, mother's milk, hello, stupid. Okay, but I don't want to ramble. I'll give it a thumb up, a lukewarm single thumb up. It's worth seeing if you're a fan of the Mad Max franchise and you like sci-fi. But I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up too high. All right, it's not. It could have been so much more. All right, I'm Joe Rock and Roll. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video.